These dead people still being pretty bad, just like those houses.
Bippity bob, we're still dead.
Welcome to I Hope You Suffer.
If
What an
anyone,
intro. I'm
if
in.
anyone
I want
gets
to watch
that
this.
reference at this point, like, we'll buy you a
I
T-shirt.
mean, Dylan will get it, and Tiffany, and maybe 8 other people. That's about it.
All
I
right,
don't know,
that's a lot
you
of
know.
shirts.
2 of the Amityville episodes have come out in the regular stream now, so
That's true.
Katie's gonna be buying a lot of shirts.
Well, joke's on you, because I don't have any money.
This is episode 180 of I Hope You Suffer. My name is Kmart.
Dead?
Yeah, Kit's dead.
I'm
Katie is Pops Parker,
Peepaw.
played by Jazz Brazu. We are talking about episode 8 of Syfy's Day of the Dead, entitled To Anyone Who Can Hear My Voice. Bleak.
Me. That's me playing at work every day.
Yeah. Kit, what'd you think of this episode?
I think it's real dog shit of the Syfy app to be the way it is.
Yeah, I gotta say, Syfy and Peacock not doing great with
The
their
worst. No.
Very unfortunate apps they've got.
apps. Yeah, so we're gonna explain to Kit what happened in this episode. Because
It's WrestleSplania, except it's Day of the Dead.
WrestleSplania would be a good podcast name. That's got to be taken by now. But,
That is a podcast, yeah.
I was gonna say. So yeah, this episode basically picks up where the first episode did. So this episode ends about, I don't know, you'd say maybe like 10 minutes after where the first episode starts, where they like drive up with the hearse and shit and like save Luke and Cam. So now, like, everything I get, following the last like 10 minutes or whatever this episode is now,
After.
quote unquote real time. Also, before I forget, I got some, I think, insight a little bit into the fucking weird timeline bullshit that was happening at the end of the previous episode.
Yeah, I figured it out because of something that Sarah says in this episode.
Well, in the recap at the beginning of the episode, they show the stuff from the first episode again where Cam is leaving, and they show McDermott's room, and no one's in it when he's saying bye.
Yeah.
So I guess it is like, his and Blackbird's storyline was taking place
The day before.
I don't think it was the day before. I think it was just like I guess maybe was it earlier? Was it the day before?
It was.
Because then
It
this
was
is not
because
that day. This is 2 days of the dead.
Right. So, yeah. So we do get that clarification. But then towards the end, so basically the episode is Cam and Luke leave, like I said they would, because he's like, I hate my mom, which who doesn't? And then, there's a bunch of...
listens to this.
Well, I meant who doesn't, as in who doesn't hate the mayor, not their mom. There is like a little bit of stuff that happens, but it's like, like within the Paymart still, after basically the mayor, Lauren, and Jay all leave. But the only thing, I don't know, I don't give a shit about any of the other people. Like, I don't care about Pops. I don't care about that chief the chief of police or whoever.
I think pretty
and
much
they're like,
everyone in that Paymart except for Jay's wife is probably going to die.
I hope they all die. They're not. Anyways, the only thing of note that happens really is, sorry to say, Kit, R.I.P. Peepaw guy.
Damn.
He gets bit.
Yeah,
he
Bobby
gets
Hart.
bit. It cracked. He by far is like my actual favorite character because he just was like hilarious the whole time. So like he gets bit on the leg pretty bad. I have no idea how the zombie like snuck up scaffolding to bite his leg, but that's what happens.
He's like sniping up on the scaffolding or whatever, and he like crouches down to kind of get like in between like bars on the scaffolding, and a zombie had climbed up and just basically bites
Bit him.
halfway through his fucking ankle.
Yeah,
It's
he
fucked
comes
up. It looks gross, and there's like blood everywhere.
everywhere. He comes limping in and he's like, "Oh, there's blood everywhere. I'm sorry. Someone needs to clean that up so they don't slip in it because
He's
I
like-
don't want to be liable."
He's like, somebody needs to clean up all this blood because I don't want somebody slipping it and sue me. I'd be liable for that.
So, yeah, R.I.P. Jay tries to save him because
So,
Amy's dad is like MIA.
I was gonna say, I think what's gonna end up happening is Jay like tries to figure out if he can save Bobby from like when he was bit or whatever, but he just bleeds too much and dies. But he asked Jay before he dies to tape him to the bed he's on, so
He
that
says-
like if he turns, he can't like get up or whatever. And,
Right, but he goes,
But he's like,
I'm
make
gonna-
sure it's the duct tape, name brand, and none of that cheap shit.
no, he goes, "I'm going to tell you something for free. Use duct tape."
What a king.
Yeah, so R.I.P. he dies, which is sad. They do tape him down or whatever. Anyways, so the mayor, Lauren, and Jay all leave to find Cam and Luke. Cam and Luke have a heart-to-heart. Essentially, they're good now. Everything's fine between them. So then we do get the scenes from the very first episode, except for now it's spliced with more scenes of like McDermott as a zombie because like obviously now we know who he is. So he sees Cam whenever they crash and starts following them or whatever. So there's like stuff with that. But after Lauren and the mayor save Cam and Luke and they get in the hearse, they like take off, but then they slam into Sarah. And there's like a moment, so like the cars don't work anymore. And so there's a moment where like Cam is like trying to talk to McDermott, but McDermott's like a zombie, so he's like, "Whoa," or whatever. But then after they go,
I gotta say,
Sarah,
he's the worst fucking zombie actor I've ever seen.
he's
And
not great.
I've seen redneck zombies.
He's not great. I feel at least like they did a really good job on his makeup and like his eyes look
makeup
all
is
milky.
fine, but he's like growling and gritting his teeth and like it's fucking weird. I don't like it.
Yeah. So Cam is sad, right? That his dad is actually dead. He's like, "I just thought he wasn't picking up his phone. I didn't think he was dead or whatever." And then Sarah comes over and is like, "Hey, your dad saved my life." And then she specifically says that they found the original zombie in the hole yesterday. So like all of that stuff with McDermott leading up to was actually the day before. So yeah, it's 2 days of the dead, not Day of the Dead.
This whole series is a lie.
Yeah. So that, I mean, yeah, I don't really understand. I don't really understand the point of doing that, but I guess because like at the end of the episode, Cam realizes like basically they end up being saved by the military who come through and just like
they get saved by Cleargenics, the fucking so they like have to hide it. They like, you know, they're all out. They can't get back in their cars because they don't work, so they're just like in the street and they're basically out of ammo except for I think Blackburn. And they hide in this fucking, I don't know, some butcher shop or some shit for a little bit. And then they start hearing somebody on a loudspeaker saying some shit about like, you know,
we'll save you.
Yeah, like we can help, like, you know, if people are alive, come out to us, you know, we'll save you. And they come out and there's this like Humvee spraying like zombie.
Spraying them with a water
Yeah,
hose.
just like spraying people with this fucking like high powered water hose. But like, not I didn't necessarily catch. There's like a postal worker like laying on the ground that Cam sees, and I can't tell if the person like turned then because
I don't
he
I
flat
don't
out he
know.
says something. He's like, "Wait, it's in the water."
It's in the water.
And so I didn't
Yeah.
really understand that, but basically, like this Humvee is like that's got these sort of military looking people spraying zombies with like a water cannon. Like they all go running out, and Blackburn sees the Cleargenics logo on the side and hides, and like the rest of the group's like, "What happened to Blackburn?" And they're just like, "Well, fuck it, I don't know. We got to get in this fucking military Humvee." But as they're doing it, Cam turns around and sees this like zombie postal worker being sprayed, and like for some reason puts together that
Yeah, I don't know how.
whatever is turning them is in the water, and then it's like the episode ends, which I kind of hate. Like I liked the episode. It's like it was like a fun, like like my thing with a lot of zombie media is kind of like the thing I think Walking Dead did well, and I guess mostly, especially like the comics, is like zombies on their own are kind of like whatever, but it's like I like zombies as like the background threat, where you realize that like the other people are the real like villains of it, kind of like George Romero obviously did that really well with like his Dawn of the Dead, where they're fine in that mall once they kind of clear out enough of the zombies or whatever. Like the zombies aren't really a threat to them anymore until those bikers break in, and it's like people are the real threat in that world. And like part of the some of the episodes in this kind of deal with that a little bit, but like I don't know, like I was getting kind of bored with how like it's all zombies, and now I'm kind of interested to see what the like last 2 episodes will be, now that like they're apparently going to be in the hands of Cleargenics. But also like I kind of hate that because I don't know, I don't need this weird fucking government body that's turning people into zombies either.
Yeah, I don't know. I did like this episode a lot more than the last couple episodes, and I wonder if it's just because like
Well,
there's more
we're caught up
action, but
in the story
yeah.
and shit's happening, as opposed to where we had like 4 episodes of fucking just getting
People
to know
talking.
these characters and like nothing really happening.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm interested to see how they like if they resolve anything, but I'm also kind of like
I don't think they
I don't
will.
know.
I would almost guarantee that this gets a second season at least, because
Yeah.
they announced Chucky got a second season, and I see like a pretty decent amount of like Twitter activity while this show's airing. So I wouldn't be surprised if it gets a second season. I don't know if I'll feel the need to watch it live,
No, I
like
don't know.
week by week then,
Yeah.
but I mean I
Yeah.
might still, but I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see if Kostansky's still involved, if I'm willing to do that or not. Give Kostansky
Yeah.
the whole season.
I mean, honestly,
Start
yes.
planning that shit now. Let him get fucking Adam Brooks in there. Let Adam
Because I
Brooks
feel like
replace McDermott as Bub.
yeah, because I feel like any of the beginning episodes always had cool stuff in it, and at least 1 or 2 like super cool like kills or something. And I feel like the last couple haven't done that. And again, they just keep doing this weird like slow-mo thing, which is just like really I'm not into. But
Yeah, a lot of modern zombie shit.
I mean, I
does
get
that.
it.
It's like the
But yeah,
I call it the
also
Zack Snyder effect.
yeah, these zombies don't seem to be very good though, to be fair. Like anybody that's gotten caught has been like surprised somehow, but like when the whole group was like standing out there after they had the car wreck, they were like, "What do we do?" And they were standing out there for a good 10 minutes and they didn't get close to getting caught, so I don't know.
Did you notice the zombie with the flagpole shoved through him was out and about,
Yeah,
and like
yeah,
at some point goes like kind of not like running because they're not like fast, but he just kind of has this like brisk pace down this like hill and trips and like
yeah.
falls over weirdly with the flagpole through his body that I don't think was supposed to happen. I think it was an accident.
Masterful. Give that zombie an Emmy or whatever the awards are. So yeah, I don't know. Like this episode at least did clear up the whole what the hell happened in the at the end of the last episode. So we'll see.
It's
We're
just,
almost done.
I don't know. Again, like I've said, I don't know, since like episode 3, that like this should have been episode like 6 instead of 8. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm glad it's like caught up to where the first episode, like we're now past where the first episode started out, but like it's just took too long to get there.
What do you think about the new information kit?
It sounds like a lot.
It wasn't. It really like it's weird because like I guess like a lot of stuff does sort of get explained in this, but like it's all in the last like 10 minutes.
Yeah. There's this whole like long scene where like the people who are still in the Paymart, whoever that like police chief lady was calling for help, they do finally show up, but there's only like two of them left, and there's like an argument because they want to like let the one guy in. And the one guy is like literally standing out there like, "Hello, please open the door. I'm not going to last much longer if you don't open the door because like there's zombies out here. Please let me in. I'm going to die." And like ultimately they end up not letting him in and he dies, and the police chief is like really dramatic about it. And it's just like nobody cares about these characters. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
they're not the core group.
I think the only thing that's really gonna happen with them is like, Bobby's gonna turn and fucking Herb at some point is gonna turn.
Oh yeah.
And so
He's
like
still he's still bleeding out.
I think everyone in there, I don't think Jay's wife is gonna die. And
I hope she does.
I'm like half and half on whether I think the police chief will die. I think she's gonna live. I think what's gonna end up happening is that whole group's gonna get wiped out except for Jay's wife and the police chief.
I mean, I don't have anything against her. Like, I don't want her to not survive. They just like introduced her so late that there's just no, like, why do we care about her?
So like one of the things I'm having an issue with in this show, and it's not like a big issue, but like it's something I wish they did more of, is like you have all these zombies and like headshots don't kill them. So you have like a better opportunity to do like cool gore shit with it. And when they're leaving the Paymart, Lauren has like a weed whacker with a saw blade on it, and like they do nothing with it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I really feel like all of the really cool like gore things that they did to the zombies like really stopped after the first couple episodes.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Like, because I was trying to think, I was like, other than Bobby's leg, I don't think there was like anything really great special effect wise in this. Like obviously the zombies and like there's scenes of them like eating just piles of fucking meat off the ground, but like for the most part there wasn't really anything super great going on.
Nope. No, except for the zombies getting blasted with the water gun with the super soakers.
Now see, make it more powered and it just rips their skin off, and now they're just zombies without skin.
There you go. Missed opportunity.
Inside Out boy from fucking Nickelodeon.
A hero. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I liked this one a lot more than the last two, so I'm ready for it to end.
I think it's just gonna be a bunch of weird, dumb military bullshit for the last two episodes that like I'm not gonna care about.
Yeah, we'll see.
Although it'd be pretty fucking sick if this series ended and they're just in like an underground military bunker, and then the next season is just like straight up George Romero's Day of the Dead, where they're just like in a military bunker for a season. I know they're not gonna do that, but I'd be on board with that.
They might.
You could bring fucking the one shitty dude that works for Cleargenics that's always after Blackburn, because he already looks like the fucking dude in Day of the Dead, the movie. So
Did he escape?
no, so when
He's
McDermott
dead.
is like walking out of that place with the first zombie's body or whatever, he
Yeah.
hides under someone else's body, so he's
Oh,
still
that's right.
around.
All
I'm
right.
assuming he's coming back.
Yeah.
I wonder
I hope not.
I think the only thing at this point that I even give a shit to find out about is I want to know what happened to Trey's friend.
To Trent,
Yeah.
Luke's friend.
Luke's friend,
Trent.
yeah. I was literally about to say, and I want to know when Trent and the Zabies are going to start their band up.
They're gone. They're dead. They got eaten.
Nah, there's got to be a Zabie coming up here soon. If this season doesn't end with, like...
Could you imagine if they just like don't ever address Trent again?
I almost bet they don't.
I feel like maybe they forgot. But they had that whole scene in the last episode, like not this
Yeah, where
episode,
he's
but
trying
the
to
one
get a hold of
before
him.
where he calls him. Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see. What, I don't remember. I looked up what the fucking next episode was called. Let's see. Come on, IMDb. Quit being the worst.
That's the name of the episode.
That's what it's
Quit
called.
being the goddamn Syfy app of movie information websites.
Movie information.
Yeah, so the next episode is just called Death Comes to Paymart, so...
Oh, there it goes. Coming.
I guess we know what's happening in that episode. Yeah, so that'll be next week. Directed by Jim Gerard, who also directed, I think, the last episode. It seems like Kostansky did the first 4, and then all the rest of them have been like 2 and 2 or whatever.
Oh.
Something like that. Alright. I don't know. We'll talk about that episode next week.
All right, see ya.
See if we can all watch it next week or not.
We'll see.
Alright. I hope you train to Bud Zaby.
Trent and the Zabies reminds me of like a morning zoo like radio show. Like the Zabies, WAFK.
I just assume
you know?
it's like a mid-2000s indie rock band.